I feel like we do need to zoom in. We're very tiny.
Welcome everybody to Bird is the Word, where everyone knows Bird is in fact the word. Today, we have a little gift for you. For all of you Glee fans, if you've watched Glee, if you haven't watched Glee, then you will know nothing about what we are talking about. We ranked a bunch of stuff. Different categories. We have favorite characters, least favorite characters, favorite relationships, and then our top 3 performances with some honorable mentions.
You gotta give him some backstory though. So this was like my childhood show, like this in middle school. It was my jam, my bread and butter. Anyways, and then I met Chaz, and he just very much seems like the type of person that would like that. Like he likes musical theater. I just was like, oh my god, you need to watch the show. Like you would love it if you haven't seen it yet. And he hadn't. So then I made him watch it, and we watched a lot of it together. And you just finished it, so now we need to have our discussion on how we felt about the show.
Start with doing our characters first. She's gonna do her 3 honorable mentions, and I'm gonna do my 3, and then we'll alternate 10, 10, 9, 9, and so on until we get to our number 1, which makes. Don't look at my list.
I'm not.
Okay, who are your 3 honorable mentions?
I go first?
Yeah.
Don't go mine.
Okay.
Okay, my honorable mentions for best characters that didn't make it in my top 10 but were still very good were Kitty, Holly Holiday, and Bert.
I like them all. I didn't have Holly in my list. Okay.
What are your honorable
My
mentions?
honorable mentions are Beast, Ryder, and Bert. Bert was in my top 10, but I changed it up a little bit.
Yeah, that's fair. My 10 pick was Beast. And I almost put Bert. Like, I kept going back between the two of them, and I was like, no, we're just going to stick with Beast because she's just great. And she's in it more.
That's fair. My number 10 actually was in my honorable mentions, and I switched him and Bert. Jake Puckerman. Put Jake in my 10. He just was better than Ryder. Like, I had Ryder and Jake because they're in the same amount and, like, in it together, but Jake was just a little better. This is better than Ryder.
Yeah. He's got that bad boy reputation.
Jake is cool.
My number 9 is Jake.
My number 9, he's in the show a lot. Doesn't talk much, but I just love him so much. Mike Jang.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say Matt.
No, Matt didn't make my top. Matt has like 3 lines in the whole show. That's pushing it. No, Mike Jang.
My number 8 pick is Brittany S. Pierce.
Why? Any information?
She almost didn't make my top 10. But I put her in there, and I figured you would be mad if she wasn't. So I put her in there, but like she's not super high. I like Brittany, but I only really, really like Brittany for about 1 season, and the rest of it, no.
My number 8 is Sue Sylvester. And I almost had her higher, but she's just like her relationship of how much she hates the Glee kids, even though she loves the Glee kids in her relationship. I'll talk about that later, but like that's how Sue sees it.
She's gotta destroy the Glee Club.
She has to destroy the Glee Club. Okay, you're 7.
My 7 is Sue Sylvester.
My number 7 was Kitty.
What?
Kitty was
you
so
have
good.
Her that high?
Kitty was okay. Kitty was in for only 4, 5, and 6, but she's just great. And she's one of the only reasons why season 6 didn't suck so bad.
Yeah, I had Sebastian.
Yeah.
No explanation needed. Just look at Sebastian and you'll understand. He's got some of my favorite musical numbers of all time. He's hot. He's kind of sassy. He's kind of a bad guy, but then you grow to love him. I like me a bad boy. What can I say?
My number 6 who I think you have higher on your list, is Santana. I like Santana. She is just not mean, but like she just doesn't care what other people say besides her grandma, so that kind of affects her. But like
And
Brittany. But like Santana will literally go off on anyone if they're being a piece of garbage. And she does that countless and countless and countless times, especially to Rachel.
Okay, but one of my favorite Santana scenes of all time is when she's going off on Kurt. And Rachel's just sitting there. And it's literally, I'm not even exaggerating, at least a 4-minute rant. And she's just going off, and everyone's like, my 5, don't kill me. It's Sam. And I really wish I could put Sam higher. But my top 4, like, I could not change at all. Like, I could not. It had to be there.
No, okay. That's okay. Sam's not for everybody.
I love Sam. It's not that I don't love Sam. I just love these other people more, and they have a special spot in my heart.
You're going to think this is low. I have, at number 5, Puck. Puck was good. Just, he had... After they graduated, he barely... Like, he shows up a little bit in season 4, and then he's just like... Anytime he shows up, he's just there. He doesn't talk.
My number 4 is Blaine.
Okay.
Him and Sam, I would kind of put at the same level, honestly, and that's why I was struggling who to put first. But like, Blaine is just slightly higher, I think.
At number 4, I have Brittany S. Pierce. I know it's high, like it seems high, but Brittany's just so great. She just like during the show, everyone is like talking and like having relationships, and then Brittany will just say something completely out of pocket, completely like just acknowledging things that other people don't acknowledge, and it's just great. And when the new seasons show up and there's more characters, she always calls those characters by previous characters' names. It's
like
just
she
great.
Always called Unique Mercedes.
Exactly.
My 3 is Santana Lopez, and yeah, she's my top female pick.
Mm-hmm.
I love Santana.
Santana's great.
I would be Santana's lover.
I honestly, realizing it, let's rewind a little bit. Puck and Santana, I'm going to switch. I put Puck at my 6 and Santana at my 5.
Santana is so unapologetically herself. You either love her or you hate her.
And I like her. My number 3, I have Blaine. Because he's not in the first season. Shows up in the second season, going to another school.
I'm pretty sure he shows up in the 3rd season.
Is
it the 2nd season?
Second season, because he goes to McKinley the 3rd season.
Gotcha.
Second season, he's a warbler, and then that's how Kurt meets him, because Kurt sees him and then ends up going there for like 2 episodes.
Yeah, not very long.
Not very long, but then at the beginning of season 3, Blaine ends up transferring to McKinley for Kurt.
Okay, number 2. Finn.
I love
Finn. There's no other words. Just rest in peace, Corey Monteith.
Finn he's just the main guy.
You remind me of Finn, like, surprisingly a lot. You got the football player, you like to sing, you like to dance, but you're not very good at it. I don't know. You're like a leader.
My number 2, Finn. Finn Hudson.
I was finding out who your number 1 is.
You just know okay. Okay,
I want you to one of the 2.
I want you to okay. Finn is just great. I love Finn. Finn is the main character. He's so amazing. He was my number 1 for so long when I was making this list. And then just last second, I had to... Pretty much the very last episode, I switched it.
Number 1, drumroll please. Puck. Yeah. And I know it's controversial. I know the actor has his drama. Or had his drama. Also, rest in peace, Mark Salling.
Gosh, everyone's dead.
I love Puck so much. What I wouldn't do for that man. Sorry, I love you.
For Puck, I like Puck without the mohawk.
I do too. I love with the mohawk, but I also really love like the buzz cut. Yeah. He's just hot. Yeah. That's honestly, he's hot. He's a bad boy, like I was saying with Sebastian. Like I'm into that, and then also he's got like a great voice. Like all of his songs are so good.
Yeah, and hot and just a character. Sam Evans. I went back and forth so much, but I just love Sam so much. I love Sam. Finn season 4. He has some like rough episodes. Yeah. Sam never has bad episodes to me.
Yeah, that's why when you started to really like Finn, I was like, oh, just wait, because like he does some shady crap that makes you kind of like
and
iffy about him.
Sam just shows up in season 2. He's the new kid. Joins it, and just from then on, he just does so much. He's such a good he's a nice guy, very good looking. He's a little stupid, but that's not his fault. He's kind of stupid. He took care of his family when when their family was struggling. He was a stripper.
Yeah, he took care of his family by stripping.
He was a stripper. He was good looking though, so he made money. He was a high school stripper. But he was a junior.
I don't know how that works.
Yeah, because like he's a junior in that, so it means he's not. There's a lot of questionable things in this show. There's like, yeah, but
like how Finn believed that Quinn could get pregnant through a hot tub.
We'll get into that. Okay, who are your least favorite characters? Going from third, like, not your like least favorite, but like third least.
Okay. You want me to go?
Yeah.
Okay, third least favorite character, Artie.
Really?
I never really liked him. I never really grew like a emotional attachment to him. And then when the new kids came in on season 4, like he just kind of rude. And he was kind of rude from the beginning too, when he was calling out Tina for faking a stutter because she has anxiety. That was kind of a-hole-y of him. And then the whole like directing Grease thing, he was an a-hole in that. And then like, well, he's just kind of mean.
Like, that directors
but, like not in the funny Santana way, in the just like makes you hate him way. He's like in the Rachel Berry way. Like him and Tina, I almost put Tina in my bottom 3 because they both are just like annoying. I'm sorry, but they're not good.
Artie definitely does have some not great moments. My third least favorite, and I'm gonna go on a tangent. This Quinn Fabray. Quinn Fabray sucks. Not as bad as my other two. Quinn Fabray dating Finn to start the show. She gets pregnant. Tells Finn she got pregnant from him from a hot tub, when really she cheated on him with his best friend, Puck. Even though she was a part of the celibacy club and all high and mighty Jesus, and cheats on Finn, makes him feel like it, treats him like garbage for so long. Yeah, but she just doesn't get better. Maybe for a second when she had Sam, because Sam was good to her, and she realized that, but then she cheated on Sam with Finn.
Yeah, you just also gotta understand that like she came from not a lot. Like she was fat and ugly. And now she's like...
She was fat and ugly, but her parents were also rich. Then her dad kicked her out because she got pregnant. Having my baby.
Second to least favorite character of the whole show, Mercedes.
I understand.
She's annoying. She's obnoxious. She's full of herself.
Number 2, Terry Schuster. Almost the exact same thing as Quinn, but like worse. Will Schuster, teacher, the teacher of the Glee Club. Terry, his first wife, sucked so much. She got pregnant, faked her pregnancy.
Well, she thought she was pregnant. She had a hysterical pregnancy. So she was having the symptoms of a pregnancy, and she thought she was pregnant, but then she went to the doctor, and he was like, no, you're not pregnant. But she's like, oh, crap, I already told my husband that's, like, kind of on the verge of leaving already that I was pregnant. If I go and tell him that I'm not, like, he's gonna leave me.
What, she never peed on a stick. Why didn't she ever?
I don't know. But that was like her thought process. Like, oh my god, he's gonna leave me if we don't have this baby to keep us together. So she lies.
Lies all of season 1. Literally every single episode of season 1.
Buys like a fake pregnancy belly to like make her look pregnant.
And she tries to, with her fake belly, tries to tell Schuster to quit the school and quit teaching the Glee Club and get a better job to make more money for their fake baby that they have. We're scooting up because the little microphone died.
Okay.
Least favorite character. 3, 2, 1. Rachel Berry sucks so much. So much. You don't understand. Oh. Okay. Character development. Everyone has some character development.
Yeah.
You start off great and you learn from your mistakes. Rachel Berry does not do that. She sucks. Season 2 Rachel Berry made me
No, and the thing with Rachel is like she does some things that like make you kind of like her a little bit, but then it's always followed by something equally, if not more, bad. So like the second you're like, oh, I'm starting to kind of like her. Nope. You start to hate her again because she does something really crappy, like send Sunshine Corazon to a crack house.
Season 2 Rachel Berry makes me want to. Relationships. Who's your third favorite relationship?
Favorite relationship? Third favorite. Don't hate me, but Finn and Rachel. Or Finchel, as Figgins would say. I almost put Figgins in my honorable mentions, but okay. Finn and Rachel, let me explain. I just love Finn so much, and I feel like he really does bring out a better side in Rachel, and they are cute together. Whether or not you like Rachel or not, they are a cute couple. Like, yes, Rachel is so freaking annoying, but like they have a lot of really cute moments together, and the whole show is like based on the two of them falling in love. Like that is
and then
the
Finn
plot.
And then Finn dies and she just sucks. She ends up with Jesse though, and her and Jesse make more sense than her. My third favorite relationship, you're not gonna like this one, Santana and Brittany. Third favorite. I love Santana. I love Brittany. They're good together. They're just like, they end up getting married, so then worked out. I don't know.
Okay, my number 2 favorite relationships is Puck and Quinn. And I was making faces when you were talking about them, but I don't know, like they were just meant to be, like especially when you start to see them like babysit the twins and they're like trying to co-parent. Like they work so well together. It's undeniable. Whether or not you like the female in the relationship, like they work really well together. My number 2 relationship is gonna be your number 1 relationship. Blaine and Kurt. It's my number 2. Blaine deserves better than Kurt though. I would agree with that. Yeah. Blaine is such a good person to Kurt, but you just know they're meant for each other. Kurt loved Blaine very beginning, and then you could just see his love just kind of but then Blaine loves Kurt throughout the rest of the show. I feel like it started off backwards though. It started off where Kurt was super obsessed with Blaine. And Blaine was like into it, yeah, but he was also like kind of into someone else at one point. But then like it switches when they like start to like, I don't know, think about like getting engaged and stuff like that. And then it seems like Blaine is like way more into Kurt, and Kurt kind of like, I like Kurt and Blaine, but they are so toxic. I'm sorry, but so many things in that relationship is so messed up. Okay, so who's your number 1 then? Brittany and Santana. Oh, duh. Duh, I forgot. I love Brittany. I love Santana. Who was your number 3? I think Brittany honestly deserves better, and Santana deserves someone, like, they just are very different people. Like, I honestly really liked Finn and Santana. But that, like, didn't last, so I couldn't put that. You said, like, Brittany and Santana could use different people. Brittany and Sam. Is that your number one?
They were, yes, it is. They were just, okay, they were together for season 4 before Brittany went to MIT. They're just so good.
I feel like they are a better match.
Yeah,
like,
Sam treats Brittany so good, and then Brittany is just on the level of Sam, and they like each other, and they have fun together, and they joke around with each other, and it's just so great. Something I forgot to mention with Sam, Sam's impressions are fun. They're good.
I don't honestly get a lot of them. A lot of them go over my head because I'm like, who is that person?
Yeah, that's why some of the people
I've never heard that person talk before, so I don't know if that's accurate or...
Now to the performances. We both have 5... actually, I have 5 honorable mentions. You have, what, 13,000?
I'll just rapid fire them, though.
Okay, you go with your rapid fire.
Me go with all my honorable mentions?
Go for it.
Superman.
Okay.
By Ryder and Jake. Just so good. I still listen to that song all the time. Let Me Love You by Jake Puckerman. That's just fire. Wanted by Sebastian and the Warblers.
Okay.
Lady is a Tramp by Puck and Mercedes. Valerie by Santana, obviously. That's one of the best Santana numbers besides another one that's later on.
Okay.
Number 7, Jesse's Girl. You gotta love Jesse's Girl. Like, Jesse's Girl is so good. Number 6, One Love by Puck and Artie. It's when Puck's like taking Artie under his wing because he got out of juvie.
Oh, okay.
Quote unquote, hoping a crip.
Yeah.
Whatever, and she's like, I thought you were talking about a gangbang. Anyways, number 5, It's My Life mashup with Confessions.
Yes, that's the
mashup, the first mashup episode where they're all high on vitamin B12.
That's when the
Number 4, Singing in the Rain / Umbrella.
Holly Holiday.
Such a good number, like just all the effects, and it's just a vibe. And those songs go really well together. Number 3, Sweet Caroline by Puck. I really wish I could have put it higher, but there's just other ones that I love so much. But that is my favorite Puckerman song, and Puck is my favorite character. So like, Sweet Caroline, baby, that little grin he gets on his face when he's singing it with the guitar, like, it's just so underrated. Number 2, Cough Syrup by Blaine. Just great song, great voice. Number 1, Rain on My Parade, but by Santana when she's auditioning to be the understudy on Funny Girl. That scene is just iconic. You can't tell me that it's not. Rachel Berry, that is her song throughout the whole show. She auditions with that song, she sings that song, like that is Rachel's song. And then she auditions for Inyata with that song, and she forgets the words. She, like, totally, she's like, the ball, the butter, and she's like, what? Like,
she messes up.
Just messes up the words, like, doesn't even get the words right.
Because she doesn't try. She just like, oh, I'll be fine. She doesn't need to practice.
Yeah.
And she messed up.
And then that happened. It continues to be Rachel's song, and Santana comes in and blows the crowd away with that song, and I just cannot help but, like, hysterically laugh every time that scene comes on. I get all giddy because I'm like, oh my god, Santana is putting this girl in her place.
Yeah.
And just, it's so good. She does a great job at it. I don't really love the song, but like just the whole backstory with it is so good. The fact that she just smacks that in Rachel's face. That's
fair. And that was your last honorable mention?
Yeah.
Okay, I only have 5. I didn't do it by like favorite. I did it by season actually, but I'm starting season. My 5th one is like in the later seasons. 5th one, My Life, when Jake sings it. That made me add My Life by Billy Joel. So that made me add that to my playlist. Dude, he just did such a good job. Valerie. Santana just does such a good job on that song. 3. Touch It, Touch It, Touch Me. Emma kills it.
That song all of
Emma doesn't sing much in the show, but she kills it because her, Brittany, and Santana singing that song, so good. Only the Good Die Young by Puck.
Why is that? That's not on my list. I need to add that. Add that to my list at like number 5.
That's my favorite Puck song.
He just has so many good songs. Any song by Puck.
Only Good Die. He does so good. And then Jesse's Girl. Iconic.
Okay, number 3, I'm a Slave for You by Britney S. Pierce on the Britney episode, the first Britney episode when they're all getting their teeth done. And she's under anesthesia at the dentist.
Yeah.
She's so hot.
She is. My number 3 song, you actually like, so when you sent it to me, like I listened to it and I did some research on it. The Scientist from season 4. It's after every single one of the main couples are having issues at that moment. And for more than half the song, it's a trio between Finn, Santana, and Blaine. How can you not like that song? Their voices together are so good. I like my performances, the higher ones are mainly group ones or more than one people. Like my honorable mentions are a lot of solos, but I like when a lot of people sing.
Number 2 favorite performances is Shout It Out Loud by the boys of the group. With Matt, Puck, Mike Chang, I'm pretty sure, Finn.
Artie?
Yeah, Artie.
That was in season 1.
Yeah. When they're doing like the Kiss cover.
Oh.
And they all have like the white and black face paint.
Yeah.
Like,
oh. Yeah. Really?
It's just so good.
My number 2. It's in a later season. Season 5, episode 20. Pompeii.
You had to rewatch that scene like 4
times. There's a specific... Sam sings a little portion of that song. I went and rewatched that scene like 10 times. Because of how good it was. It's like them finally, like, a lot of them leaving New York and going, like, Sam goes back because he's like, he's going back to Lima because he's like, I fulfilled my dream of being in my underwear on a bus for modeling, and he sings back and he's looking in the classroom and he's just, that's like probably where it showcases Sam's voice the best.
Oh my gosh, it's crazy that Don't Stop Believin' has not been mentioned this entire video. That song is sung so many different times by so many different people, and I love it. It's like the Glee song is Don't Stop Believin'. But
that's true. There's just other songs. Like, what's your number 1?
Smooth Criminal by Sebastian and Santana. 2 of my all-time favorite characters singing at each other. It's so good. The cello, they got the cello. What's the cello group called?
2 cellos, 2 arcellos, 2 cellos.
It's like an actual like cello group that got famous on YouTube. But it's so good.
That's a good
song.
scene.
So good. The scene is so good. Like Santana is being all sneaky and like having a recorder taped to her underboob.
Yeah, she taped a recorder to her underboob.
It's so good.
My number 1 though, it's very like, it's the moment, the peak moment of the New Directions is We Are the Champions. It's the final song they sing
after they won nationals.
After like they won nationals. I was during the competition, but they sing it and then they end up winning nationals and getting first place, and it's just Finn singing like Of the World. It was such a good, like, it was so like they finally made it. They finally won. They finally got first place. They are the champions, and that's.
There's just so many good numbers. Like picking the musical numbers was the hardest part.
It was a struggle. I had to delete.
The rest of them were fine, but like I was like, I can't narrow it down. You kept telling me to delete more honorable mentions. I'm like, I physically cannot. Like if I could, I would add more. Like.
That was the end of the video. However, the tripod actually died before we got to film the outro. And, well, we filmed the outro, but the audio was kind of messed up. So, thank you, everybody, for watching Birds of Word. And as everyone, that's how Sue sees it.